Look alive, ladies and gentlemen. It is episode 35, June 8th, 2023. We are the Millie Goats, and we are operating this ship right now without one of our leaders, J-Vi, still on vacation. So we are shoveling the coal, and everybody's got an oar in their hand, and we are rowing this boat, trying to figure out all this technology stuff. Let us be the first to wish you and yours happy National Best Friends Day. What do we think, boys? What do we think? Is there a more appropriate day for us?
You've got a friend in me.
Woo!
We're the four best friends that anyone can have.
Sing it.
It's like
So, yes, you heard him. That's Dylon. He is back. Filling in for J-Vi, part of the crew. Still doesn't have a win. Anyways, not going to give him any chance to rebuttal that. He has nothing to say about that. So 0 in the win column. The
Zero to hero, yeah.
Dylon says it best when he says nothing at all.
Oh, man. Oh. Texas
so glad
here.
to be back with you guys in the sport that we get.
So for those of you who don't know, we're trying to win the Millie. We play DraftKings, and we are trying to take down the $1 million prize. We don't play in the Millie all the time. When we can, we do, and we try to win. And not for us. We're doing it for the people, just to let you know. So also another special shout-out to J-Vi for getting the podcast out while on vacation. Absolute beast effort there.
I didn't wear a hat because Ari was giving you a hats off, J-Vi. Appreciate.
He shaved his beard for you, playoff beard. Okay. We almost got canceled too, by the way. That was my fault. The PGA's after us. So one more videos got taken down. So, but we're good though. We're good. We figured out everything. But okay, big news. Let's get right into it. Actually, let's do the National Best Friends Day first. According to a Pew Research poll, 98% of teens have one or more close friends, and 78% of those say they have 1 to 5 close friends. That's so ways you can celebrate National Best Friends Day. You can do a podcast with them if you want. That's always fun, right? You can send them a note. You can watch a movie together. You can share a memory. You can make a new memory. You can go to dinner. Any of those things you can do on Best Friends Day. I think it's on a Thursday. So maybe go to a local baseball game. Go to your minor league baseball game. So I think that's
exactly
very
what I was thinking too.
Yeah, dude.
I swear to God, that's what I was thinking. Like,
Yep.
man, we have the High Point Rockers, I think, that are is close by, and then the Dash. So
Yep.
Might do that.
We got the Rome Braves.
Oh,
There you
and
go.
we have Wake Forest, which is,
Oh yeah. We got the super
In the
regionals
super.
coming up. So what did most close circle? Think back to like your days when you were growing up. Like obviously all of us grew up together. So that's pretty cool that it says 70% say 1 to 5, and I start thinking back, and you're like, yeah, we used to hang out with like 3 or 4 people, including like ourself. I was like, how accurate is that it's still that way? Are we that type of creature that like 4 or 5 is about good for us anymore? We kind of get weird.
It's so much more than that, though.
I agree.
I mean, you have like, I don't know. I'm gonna say it's too low, but
Yeah, but when you
blessed to
hang
have
out all the
I
time,
have a lot of friends, so
is it
it's pretty
like when
cool.
you would hang out, be like, oh, we're gonna go like when you're like 12 or 13, like, oh, sleepover, we're playing video games all night. It was usually like 3 or 4 people. It wasn't like 10.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. Or
that's true.
the sudden,
Yeah.
hey, let's go to the beach, and all you can do is fit 4 other guys in the car.
That's it.
Notice. Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Because that's how we travel together.
I think it's concentric rings. Like you got different rings, and some of them overlap in different places.
I see that. So you're saying it's like the trees, and that's where the
It's
family
like
root.
it's like
That's where
having
the
beer
family
limits.
tree comes from.
something
Yeah.
fun like that, like the Olympic rings. I don't know.
Oh, what's that thing called? A Venn diagram?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. So we just
What-
saw
what do you
The
do?
diagram of Venn,
Yeah. Benny, Benny,
or a,
Beachy.
When
or a diagram of
we
Zen.
just create AI that can be our friends and always agree with us, then you have no need for
Wouldn't it
human
turn on you
interaction.
because it's trying to figure you out?
It would
Like a
definitely
cat?
kill you. It would definitely
I don't
kill
know.
you, and then and then in the second version, it would come back and try to save your son.
Yeah,
It would
but
avenge you.
only if it violated one of the
Killed
3
you.
Asimov laws. Like it,
Is AI chat just a cat? Because cats are always
Mm.
sizing you up.
That's deep right there.
Yeah, I think cats are AI. Cat
Okay.
GPT. All right. Anyways, so there you go. Speaking of best friends, there's big news in sports, guys. Big news broke all across the country today, the world, nay, the globe. Trey Lance is taking first team reps at Niners camp.
I was
I
gonna
knew
ask
it was
you
not going to be
about-
exactly.
Oh yeah.
I knew
I was
it.
going to ask you about the QB controversy going on in San Francisco.
You
Can you
can't fool
believe
me,
that?
dude. I know. Nope. I know all of you. I knew you were all thinking
I was like,
about
I'm
it. Trey
gonna
Lance.
save this. Oh yes, I was. I
Mhm.
was just reading that article, and I was
Yep.
thinking to myself, we got a QB controversy brewing. Brock Purdy's not gonna get the playing time. He's gonna be there on the bench, pouting, throwing fits, causing disruptions in the locker room because he's a locker room guy. Trey Lance
Nope.
is an ownership guy.
Wait
Oh,
a
yeah.
second, though.
It's gonna be bad.
Is Brock
It's gonna be bad.
isn't healthy then?
No.
Is he even throwing yet?
Yeah, he's throwing.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
He hadn't
matter.
had any setbacks.
Brock-
Anyways,
Brock's a locker
Yeah.
room guy.
we
He's a
could
locker room guy.
the Brocker room
Lance,
guy.
Lance is an ownership guy.
So is Darnold. They brought him in and signed him as a free agent on day one. You don't do that.
Well, if
Oh.
it's that case, it's a pure business move because you drafted Trey Lance in the first round,
Right.
and a 5th overall pick. You're going to give him another shot at it. I mean,
You think
it's
so?
just-
Mm.
It seems that way. I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, that's their call. But if he's taking reps at the number 1 spot, it's because they drafted him 5th overall. And hey, Brock Purdy's going to have to come in again. I mean, they're notorious about
I had to
letting
do
their
that.
quarterback to go.
Let's-
Jimmy G.
We haven't talked much or didn't play much DFS other than a few contests, but we're gearing up for golf. But the real story, I had to do that to everybody because
Dude, that was good.
we all know what happened. The PGA Tour, the LIV Golf Tour, and the DP World Tour, out of nowhere, suddenly just started rubbing shoulders and everybody's buddies.
Chumming up.
Yeah. This was obviously the news of the day because I'm sure everybody has their own opinions. It looks, you feel bad for the players. I mean, you don't feel bad for them, but they all stood up there on the microphones and were like, no, for the integrity of the game, we have to keep the PGA. And then the LIV guys were like, yeah, this is golf, but louder. And then behind their backs, they were like, yep, we're just going to merge, and all your little WWF and WCW tiffs are going to be figured out. So I don't, Tex, what do you think about all this?
I mean, for me, I think it's great because now you got everybody playing again, and you can get rid of all this background drama. It's just golf. It's just golf.
But they
Oh,
did make
but-
each other. Go ahead,
Is it?
Dylon.
Yeah. At this point now, so all the prior litigation is going to get dropped regarding this, but no one's talking about all the litigation that's going to come afterwards from everybody that stayed on the PGA and said, you said we were going to get banned if we took the money. These guys took the money. So now Phil Mickelson's got 300, 400 million, whatever it was. And now we're just going to let him come back. Whereas I'm Rory and I could have got 250 million, but no, I stayed loyal.
I'll tell you how
So-
much some of these guys got offered. I got it right here.
Oh, and I think LIV is a bunch of cowards for caving. Cowards. Cowards.
Here's what I want to know. What are they going to do with all that LIV golf stuff that they put up around their golf courses? Do you think we could buy it? Do you think we could buy some of it and then restart LIV? Like LIV.2. We could put 2 I's. LIIV. LIV.
They're changing the names to the haves and the have-nots. Because that's what happened.
So here's what Tiger Woods got offered: $800 million. Rory got offered $500 million. Hideki Matsuyama $300 million.
How he doesn't?
Willie Z $130 million. So
Willie Z $130 million.
Yep.
Wow, I bet he wishes he's taken that at this moment.
I think my first
every
initial
single one of them is wishing they took it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was thinking about that. We were mowing, and I was like, dude, like the people that are missing out. We named like Justin Thomas and those guys, but also guys that are missing out. You know.
Yeah.
What are their thoughts right now? Like, yeah, we stay true, like you said, to the tradition of the PGA, and now, like all the
now what they want them to do,
moved,
they want those guys who took the money to put it into a pool. They're petitioning to have that money that they got from the LIV back into a pool, even though they complained.
No,
yeah,
that's not fair.
Well, that's what they're saying. And then even though they complain, like, I can't believe you took that money. And then they're like, well, now we want it, so give it to us.
Yeah.
So it's going to create all kinds of havoc.
That's what I'm saying. And this is going to cause more problems on top of the.
I mean, that's a bit of a social move right there. You work, and then now you just got to give everybody because you went. But the only way you can get back in if you pay yourself back in to the PGA. So that doesn't seem like it was a deal.
I love the headline they put up: PGA Tour, DP World Tour, and PIF announced newly formed commercial entity to unify golf. That was the PGA app's headline. It's like, and somebody said, yeah, the LIV unified. I'm like, LIV? It didn't say that in the headline. So the cowards of the PGA didn't want to put LIV in the headline. So RIP to the LIV Tour 2022 to 2023. So I have to ask you guys, who's the greatest LIV golf player of all time? Who's the GOAT? Who's the LIV GOAT besides J-Vi?
I would say
go.
Hands down, it's got to be Brooks, right?
Mm-hmm. And he just shoved it right up Brandon.
He's the only LIV guy to win a major.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So, and he's probably dancing all over Brandley Chambly or whatever his name is.
And was Rom a LIV guy?
No, Ron.
No, but DeChambeau is probably who you're thinking of.
For like the past 3 months.
DeChambeau.
Is he a LIV guy? You pick him every week.
Yes. Literally, you see him every week in your
Rom? No, I picked him in the Masters.
Oh. Well, one of the other two things I initially thought of were like, wow, this is Vince McMahon and Eric Bischoff when WCW and WWF. And then the other one was Michael Scott, the paper company. It's like they created their own company, and then the company that they left bought them back.
So it's happened with the NFL and the AFL back in the 70s. They merged from the AFL was 1966 to 1969. They merged in 1970 to form the NFL. You also had the ABA and the NBA in the mid-70s. Yes, exactly. The Tropicals were in that. Just getting tropical. So Will Ferrell was dunking on rainbows. But seriously, the ABA and the NBA merged to form the NBA. You know, you had the Kentucky Colonels way back in the day. Like, they got dropped, but they were one of the better teams in the ABA. Anyway.
Yeah.
And
all right.
And hockey, wait a second. Hockey, you boys are hockey fans. The World Hockey Association merged with the NHL in the late 70s. So this is not the first time that this happened. So LIV pressed the issue, and it just didn't take them as long to figure out, hey, we still need these guys that are playing on LIV to be back. Because
I think winning the
I
Masters
think-
really tipped
Yeah.
the scales, or winning the PGA.
well, it was the fact that you had Phil Mickelson finish second at the Masters.
And Koepka was in first.
I mean,
won
how
for
old
the
is
majority.
Phil?
for 3 days.
He looked a lot better. He lost a lot of weight, but I mean, he just did the whole field dirty. Other than Rahm, I mean, and he's in his mid-50s
Yeah.
or something. You know, just tearing it up. And then you got Brooks coming back to win.
They were stealing all the majors.
Yeah,
Dude,
they just come back for the majors.
Tex, who's your
Right.
live goat? Who's the greatest live golfer of all time?
DJ.
Dylon, who's yours?
Yeah, I was going with the 4 aces. It was going to be DJ or Pat Perez.
No, Cam
Oh,
Smith.
like-
Cam
If
Smith.
it,
No,
He's not a 4 ace.
he fell off. He fell off.
Oh, okay.
Can't
no, I
trust him.
like Cam Smith.
Yeah. I like him because of what he does, but he's fell off.
I like Cam. I mean, I like all those guys. I mean, I thought they were making a smart
Yeah.
move. I mean, it's a
I'd
free
have-
market at the end of the day.
I'd have a beer with all of them, but who's the best?
Who's the best?
Cam
Well,
Smith.
in their
Oh, well,
single season of existence, DJ, Pat Perez, Patrick Reed, and Peter Uline are the best.
Wow.
As a team.
So we don't want stats
4
in here,
aces.
Dylon. We don't need stats.
Okay. You know what? I never even got that part of the live. I never
we just
got
need
that
gut
far
feeling.
with it.
Fantasy
I
guts.
I was just like, were they all on the
Well-
same team?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
okay.
so they said that in the 2024 they are going to incorporate team events because the players feel
Yes!
like, they want it to be more like collegiate.
I love
rooting
that.
on and Ryder Cup type.
So we got to
President's
pick
Cup
our
type
teams.
deal. So
We have to pick our
Yeah.
teams.
I do like that. I mean,
I
well,
love
they still have individual events though, too, right?
Oh yeah. So they're still going to have your regular PGA events. They just did. They were going to work with Al Rahman or whoever is the guy for PIF or whatever the company is.
Just
Gotcha.
give me the individuals for the majors. That's all I care about. And the players.
Well, I mean, you know,
like
like
just give me those 5 and then do the rest of them team.
if you're
So I can
sitting at
pick a
PGA,
team and stay with it.
I imagine there's a lot of guys like Dylon saying on the PGA that are just like WTF, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. This is gonna be
And
hilarious.
now we're letting them come back. So the 30 players that left, those 30 spots that I had on the PGA, the last 30 are getting dropped out because these guys left, but because they're top 100 in the world standings, I'm getting kicked out of the PGA.
So see Michael Block, it's gone.
Block's gone.
Yep. So I was gonna say something else.
It's great while
Anyway.
it lasted for him, though.
It was. So could you
Yes.
say that because of the live,
Yeah,
Michael
I
Block
love
was
that
born?
spot.
So the live
Say that one more
created
time?
Michael Block. The live created
No,
Michael
I
Block.
mean they have those spots available for people in
Would you say they're blocked off?
Oh,
the exemptions and all that.
Answer the question, Butch.
Do what now? I missed
Are the
it.
spots,
What was
are
the
those
question?
spots blocked off?
Or what spots? Oh, for the special exemptions? Yes, those are blocked off. Yeah. It's like a
Blockheads.
AK wall behind
Wow,
them. They're cinder blocks.
That's right. Okay, so that was PGA and live. We'll see how that plays out. Whatever doesn't affect us, we just get to pick more golfers. So that actually makes it more difficult for us.
It's going to make it a lot harder.
Yep. Okay. Salute your sports. It's Takeo Thursdays. Here we go. We got the Heat tied it up. The Vegas and absolute Vegas Knights wagon. The Super Regionals are set. The World Women's College World Series, Florida State and Oklahoma. I don't know when they play. Oklahoma has won 51 games in a row. That's insane. So we got all that information, everything. Dylon, why don't you lead us off with Salute Your Sports?
All right, so we'll get into it, but for those of you that don't know, a lot of these guys, Michael Block's one of them, are trying to qualify for the U.S. Open, which is next week. So they had what they call the longest day in golf on Monday, which is essentially all these guys that are fighting for the 645 PGA professionals are playing for 45 open spots. So at 10 different courses, and you got to play back-to-back 18, so 36 holes straight. And half of these guys, and we'll wait till we get into the DFS, but half of these guys that are playing in the Canadian Open just played 36 holes on Monday. So it's like,
holy cow.
How's that going to play
So
out?
we have one here also that was right before the PGA Championship, and your boy Austin Eckroat was one of those guys that we
Whoa.
So he's already
qualified for the PGA Championship that week on Monday, and he made the cut, right?
I think so.
Yeah, Eckroat made the cut. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was one of those guys
after Friday. Yeah.
In the longest day in golf. So I guess they have it for the Canadian Open because that is really a big deal for them too, you know. So that's pretty cool. That's a good thing to pay attention to. Who won though? It's Tuesday, right?
We'll get into some of them. I got that for once we get into the DFS.
All right.
But the cool thing with that, Victor
tuned.
Hovland went and caddied for his best friend. I guess that's still at, I don't know if he's still at Oklahoma State or he used to be his teammate. So Hovland went and caddied for him.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's good. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I saw that.
I like
they're both wearing shorts. They're both wearing shorts.
Yes. Victor,
live on.
Dude, we've said this before.
Living is coming.
We've said this before. Victor Quadlands likes to show off his legs. We gotta make
a couple of rump roasts on the front of his thighs there.
I like Victor Hovland, dude. He seems like a likable dude. Hated to see Denny McCarthy blow that, but that was
Come on the
cool
show.
Come on the show.
Come on the show.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a Viking.
What do you mean no?
Skull Nation. Skull Nation.
Don't drag him down. Y'all have never won he's won a championship. He just won the Memorial Championship. You did that to yourself, dude.
Yeah.
You did that to yourself.
All you want to do is championships.
Well, you keep bringing up the Vikings, and we're like,
you guys ripped me 13 or 14 more times. I'm not doing the show anymore.
Don't make me go basketball on you.
Swear.
Steve
13 or 14
Perry.
more times.
Yeah, dude. Okay,
Steve
Tex,
Perry.
go ahead.
Well, mine is more about how we celebrate and watch sports, and also talk about our fantasy lineups and the DFS on DraftKings. One of the things that we like to say to each other in the chat is F yeah. And as we all know, if you have an Apple phone, it autocorrects to duck yeah. There's an update coming. In the next version of the Apple operating system, they're going to fix that to where it always comes out correctly. F yeah. So duck yeah will be no more when celebrating your sports teams, triumphs, glory, your fantasy lineup, your bet wins.
Awesome.
That's going to be fixed.
I feel like now I want to say duck yeah. I feel like now
America.
I'm going to make
there you go.
Duck yeah. Now, will it fix duck? Now, if you type duck in duck up, will it fix that?
To be determined.
I'm making the movement right now that we're gonna switch back to duck yeah.
Duck.
I won't.
Yeah.
We're just gonna know. Isn't there like an emoji of ducks? Hang on. Let me see here. We just sent a picture of a duck to each other.
An old mallard there.
What if we just start chanting quack?
Like a little mallard head?
There you
quack.
go. There you go. Yeah, it's just a duck. We'll just send that whenever something good, whenever something bad happens.
Hey, look, it already has the emoji with all the those characters over his mouth.
That's a good one, dude. Send the emoji duck whenever something good happens.
There you go.
I like that. So everybody listening,
send the duck.
Everyone listening, just send a duck before
It's
Apple. Let's get ahead of the curve here. Let's make a shirt. It'll just be a duck emoji.
That's it. Text in the text.
Okay,
all right.
I'm going next. I'm going next. Salute. Here's what I saw. I came across this little gem, and for everybody who knows me and knows this show, I am a big SEC advocate. I love the SEC. So let me go off here. Teams playing at least 10 Power 5 opponents in 2023. That's this year. The Big 10, 13 of their 14 teams are playing at least 10 Power 5 schools. The Big 12, 11 of 14 are playing at least 10 Power 5 opponents. The Pac-12, 10 of 12 of those teams are playing at least 10 or more Power 5 opponents. The ACC, 10 or more, 10 of 15 are playing 10 or more Power 5 opponents. And the SEC, way down at the bottom here, only 2 of their teams are playing 10 or more Power 5 opponents out of 14. That is an abomination, people. It's disgusting. This is how they keep sneaking by, saying they're the best because they don't – look, I'm going to hit them with their – they ain't played nobody, Paul. They don't want to play nobody, Paul. All they want to do is parade around with their 8-game SEC schedule and say we're the best, and yet they won't play anybody other than Arkansas State and McNeese State. Nothing against those schools, but you got all these other teams trying to get to the top, they got to play all these big games so they can get in with the SEC. And here's the SEC playing two of their teams only playing 10 Power 5s or more. It's disgusting. It's a disgrace. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Is it just different there? That's what they say.
It just means more of us not playing other people that are in Power 5 conferences.
So who are the 2 teams?
I don't know. I don't care.
Probably Georgia and Alabama.
It's probably like Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. All right. I got another one too, which is pretty funny.
Might be Tennessee.
It might be. Butch P, what do you got?
Speaking of Tennessee beating Clemson in baseball.
Ooh, Orange Bowl too.
That, I think Megan, what is her name? Megan who
Markle?
sings the one that sings the Tennessee Orange. She wants the dogs to win, but she's wearing Tennessee Orange for him.
Morgan Wallen?
Yeah. She sung it to him, Morgan.
Miranda Lambert?
Tennessee in the Super Regional.
What's that one chick's name?
Southern
Heart
Miss.
Like a Truck.
Martina McBride.
That's a Lauren.
Cisco dumps like a truck. Got it.
Oh, there you go. That's what it is.
Hey,
Megan the Stallion. That's it.
Oh, wait a second. But
okay.
All right.
Tennessee stole their orange again.
Stole their orange again.
Hang
But I was just going to give everyone an update on the Super Region and baseball here. We have Duke and Virginia.
Ooh. Oh, really?
Yes. In the Super
They're playing
Region.
Virginia?
Yep. So you can go, just shoot up 17. Go find you a game.
Yep.
Anyway, Indiana State at TCU. There you go, Tex. There's your Texas school finally.
Well, Texas is in there.
Texas is in there playing Stanford.
Ooh.
Oral Roberts against Oregon. South Carolina at Florida.
Oral Roberts being in any tournament is awesome because there's a wave of memes and jokes coming.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
It's good for sports when Oral Roberts is good at things.
I'm going to do, in honor of the College World Series, I'm going to do the whole next podcast with an absolute giant red man chawing.
There you go.
Sunday, that's the live show.
Yep, live show. Huge chaw. The
whammy chaw?
Yep, the whammy chaw.
Oh, I got that for later. So go ahead, Butch. Keep going.
All right, so we have a few more here. Tennessee at Southern Miss. Kentucky at LSU.
Oh.
And here's your rich history here. LSU, Texas at Stanford. There you go.
Ooh. Stanford just took out a
between Texas and LSU, they have not as many wins as USC, Southern Cal, or they're tied, I think. They both have like 6 apiece, LSU and Texas. And Southern California had a bunch like in the 70s and 60s, 70s. They won 8 NCAA championships. But hey, but LSU, Texas,
My gosh. J-Vibe from the top rope, guys. You see this? He just sent this. This is breaking news. So combined Tiger, John Rahm, Rory, Morikawa, Matsuyama, Zalatoris. The total amount of these 6 golfers reportedly offered to join the LIV at its inception combined to a total of $2.1 billion they left on the table.
For nothing.
Wow. Only to
Telling
get
my wife
backstabbed.
about it, she said, well, they get character points. Like, yep, that loyalty is going to sound really good when I say it was $2.1 billion worth of character points.
With a B.
With a
Billy.
B.
Billy. Okay, my other one was there was a on Twitter there was a poll by Runner Up Media. These guys are pretty cool. They're doing this thing called the DeBattle, where they put up a question. They ask a question and you submit your answer. So I submitted one on our behalf, and the question was, "What's the greatest dynasty in sports?" Can you take a guess at what I submitted on our behalf? See how well we know each other. Greatest dynasty in sports.
The greatest dynasty in sports.
Get in our own minds. Get in our own
probably something about the Niners in the 90s.
No, it has
no. I would say the only
Mountaineers
football team to
3 in a row.
Oh, come on, Tex.
The early 90s Bills.
No, dude, it was Joey Chestnut. 15 hot dog championship eating contest. They gave us a shout out too. They said it was their personal favorite.
What?
People submitted the Montreal Canadiens. That one's the one that won it. The UCLA basketball team was second, and the Patriots was third. And I submitted on our behalf. Hope you guys aren't mad. Joey Chestnut. He's got 51.
I like it. It makes sense though. It makes sense though.
That's what I'm saying.
I would say that would be my favorite too. If I'd read through all
come
the
on.
seriousness.
The guy's a machine. Come on. There you go. So that we got fan favorite. We didn't even crack the top 5, but we got fan favorite. Okay. Now that we've gotten through all that on the show, water cooler debate, no interview. So we go a little DFS golf. We're going deep dive and we're going snorkeling. Takeo Thursdays, we just did those. How dare use other relevant sports news, and then the Wodamaker. Stop stealing our t-shirt designs. We're going to be putting more out, so don't even think about it. Okay, fellas, here we go. Nobody say a word. It is time for, you know it, you love it, you respect it, you vote for it. It's the water cooler debate. Shh.
Football.
You serious?
Oh my God, you're an idiot.
Are you kidding me?
Boom! Water cooler debate. Basically named after when you're standing at the water cooler. Well, basically from what's that movie, Office Space, where they all stand around the water cooler. But first, the dad joke. Did you guys hear about the polka band that broke up? They couldn't get anything to go accordion to plan.
God.
Nothing for my son.
Holy moly.
Tonight.
Hey.
We'll get back.
What do you call an elephant? What do you call
now
an
we're
elephant
talking.
That doesn't matter?
What?
Irrelevant.
Irrelevant. Dude, you can't throw a dad joke by me. You know where that elephant lives? Tuscarora. Okay.
Tuscaloosa.
Oh God. Oh man, I didn't mean to truncate that.
Hell if I know where this is going.
Oh, there you go. All right. From last episode 34, what's the worst view in sports? We got a pretty good response on Twitter. I took the lead with the TrackMan, the golf, not having the TrackMan on golf. You're in no man's land. That's I win with 44% of the vote. So in your face, Tex, in your face, Butch P. Tex, you finished second. You made a furious comeback, by the way, the side view of football. And then Butch P with the streaming. I don't know. I thought that was going to win for sure. Somebody, actually our friends from Patriot Sports Radio, the host, Eric, submitted. He goes, nothing's worse than the view of the guy at the party who promises you that the game's going to be on, and it's usually never on, and you can't ever hear the game. And I'm like, that's a great submission. That's the worst
Man,
view.
I was thinking, but I was like, man, I couldn't put that one into words. So I was just like, streaming's out, kind of good.
Yeah, I agree with that though.
That's kind of what I was thinking in my head. Like the stream's out, and you're with all your buddies, and you're the guy.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
streaming. So,
I just think of going out sometimes, like, and when my wife and I are first dating, they're like, yeah, where they're going to watch the game. I'm like, yes, going to this thing, they're going to watch the game. We go to this place, the game's on, and I'm sitting there just watching the game, and everybody else, like, I'm the only one watching the game at this restaurant we're at. And she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm watching the game. They said we were going to watch the game, right? Where's everybody at? They were all mingling and stuff. So, yeah, I took that literally.
Yeah.
Okay.
They were checking in on the game you were watching.
I was watching the game. You tell me the game's on, I'm watching the game.
Yeah, but
that's why you don't get invited to the neighborhood kickball games.
That's exactly right, dude. I'm like, put it on the prompter. I read it. Ron Burgundy. Tell me the game's on. I'm watching the game. All right. This week, this episode, I keep doing that. This episode, at least I didn't rhyme. This episode's water cooler debate. What is the greatest activity in memory, if not in memory, in honor of Best Friends Day? What's the GOAT activity, the greatest of all time activity to do with your friends from the ages of 10 to 15? Now, if you were to ask us all right now, it'd probably just be like, we just would like to hang out, maybe play golf. But think back to when we were kids.
Yeah.
Ages 10 to 15. Dylon, do you want to go first?
Yeah, because I'm going to steal the best answer.
See, this is always a risk.
Dang it.
Yeah. It's got to be, hands down, building forts. Everybody built forts.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Oh, you can take that a step further. You should have that. You left it wide open, and I'm considering. I'm considering. So okay, building forts, good one. Tex, go ahead.
Oh yeah, you dirty dog.
I'm worried here. I'm worried.
You dirty dog.
I could have taken it myself. Tex, go ahead.
Wiffle ball.
There you go. There's one of them.
Dang.
That was on my power rankings.
No, we probably would have had way better arms if we weren't spending so much time throwing wiffle ball knuckleballs and wiffle ball curveballs.
Yep.
I really hope y'all aren't about to say
cool.
something that we did when we were 16.
I could probably still throw. I wasn't doing all that.
Dude, yeah, I remember.
Ball is one of the things I remember playing so much over the summer, all over the place, all the time.
That was awesome. Okay, Butch P, go ahead.
I'm waiting. If you say it, I'm dropping the knowledge all over you.
If you're reading this, you're getting dunked on.
Oh,
no, see, you can't. We could all drive.
Slam ball.
We could all drive. We were all 16. That's why I didn't use it.
Oh, hey.
This is true. This is true.
Throw the flag.
This is true.
Throw the flag.
That's why I
Go ahead,
yeah, but that
was
10 to 15. You know the rules.
So bad because I was stuffing it so hard.
We were driving during wiffle ball too.
Yeah, but we played wiffle ball for a long time.
Dude, we played wiffle ball for years.
At the ball fields, we'd always have a ball. But it didn't matter. We were playing
cup ball. Remember cup ball at the concession stand?
Wiffle ball.
Yes.
There you go.
That's a good one.
But I want to say hockey in the basement. Then
there you go. Yep.
Okay. Put on the roller skates.
Oh yeah.
You had to dodge the supporting poles.
Slap shot regatta.
Yep.
Yeah. Goals on each end. Dude,
here's mine.
Basically went.
Here's mine. It's video games, guys. What are you doing? Video games. 10 to 15. That's prime. You're learning. Let's see. With 20, that was what? 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
We had like Super Nintendo out.
Nintendo 64 was out.
Yeah, so it was
Mario Kart, Smash Brothers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah.
I feel like Halo, the first Halo came out in like what, 99 or 2000?
Yeah, I didn't even start playing Halo until college.
But we were a freshman in high school. I guess you could put Halo. So yeah, I win video games. I'm about to smoke. So we had video games. We had basement hockey. GoldenEye 007.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I didn't like
Mario
that one
Kart.
as much,
Yeah.
but
we
I
had
also didn't have that console.
Tex. Yours was wiffle ball. Dylon, yours was
Building forts.
building forts. Okay. Now, anybody want to change? This is your last chance. You thought of any?
No, video games with the N64 was probably the competitive nature of childhood for about that age. So it's like, oh yeah, AK may take this one.
I can't. I went last. I figured he'd be gone. I was ready to go. I had others in the barrel, but nope.
I went with my license.
Slam ball was probably the cleanest.
That was so
fun
stupid.
with the friends, yeah. And we did it when we were all old enough to get like really hurt. So
when we were playing like premier athletes at the high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into this. A little bit of golf here, a little bit of DFS. What do you say, fellas? Let's do a little deep dive. Everybody put on your scuba gear. We're going for Atlanta.
We're
going for Atlantis. Yep. We're going north. Everybody shh. Here we go. This is the not advice section. This is the analysis of GOAT variance for you statistic nuts out there. The course, Oakdale Country Club in Toronto. It is a par 72, 7,264 yards. The fairway width, 25 to 30 yards. That's average. The green size, average at 6,000. Recent winning scores, we don't have any. Recent cut lines, we don't have any. We're flying blind, baby. We're just like in old school where they drop those cinder blocks off the top of the rope or the top of the roof and trust that the ground will be there and the rope is long enough. That's us right now. Key stats, only par fours. We'll need mid-iron. Everything else is wedges on approach. So it's
only 4 of the holes are like over 450 yards par fours.
Yeah. So that's for a pro course. That's pretty. Then now it is. They do challenge you with having to hit the right. They're not just going to let you bomb the ball down the fairway 330 yards. So it's not going to be driver wedge. So it does challenge.
You probably have some tall pine trees and stuff blocking.
Yeah. So it's going to be.
I would think. I don't know. I haven't looked at it quite yet. Is that something that you may have came across?
Yeah. Key stats: strokes gained on approach, off the tee, accuracy around the green, strokes gained total, birdie or better. It's a new course, gets played again in 2026. Our summary is brings the shorties into play, the guys who don't really hit it that long but are super accurate, right? And if they can hit the approach shots, it's not going to be anybody eating the course up with the driver. So chicks don't dig the long ball. So that's where we're at. Anything on that? Did I miss anything?
It's going to be the drive for show and then putt for dough this week.
What type of grass is it?
The greens are bent grass, I think.
Bent, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fairways?
Papa Noah or whatever that's
probably something
first
that
cut.
Can hold cooler weather. So
yeah, Paua Anoa.
That's the greens.
Yeah, there you go.
The thing that's interesting about that type of green, you can find it out on Pebble Beach and stuff. Like in the afternoon, they'll disperse their seedlings, so then that makes the putting surface more rigid and tougher putts. Yeah, that's when they sprout and stuff in the afternoon.
They get erect.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be dormant in once it warms up. That's when they'll sprout. From my understanding,
turgor pressure is what it's called.
You think being north? You think being north of the border?
Lots of turgor pressure.
You think being north of the border will slow that process down because it's a little more chilly out there?
Could be.
So maybe they won't sprout up in Canada. Something
Maybe
to take
not.
note of.
Just see what
So
the temperatures there are.
It's supposed to be mid 60s to mid 70s all week. Only day really of
And
rain
sunny?
is Sunday. Yeah, it's going to be sunny through
They'll be
Saturday, and
sprouting.
then 50% chance of rain on Sunday.
So there you go.
Okay. There you go. You got the
I
weather.
bet you
got
that the
it.
greens
What about
are
the
going to
wind?
be mowed.
Probably.
What about the wind?
They can't. Well, I guess they maybe could mow.
17 kilometers an hour out of the southwest because we got to go with
That's
the
like
metric system.
seven or eight miles an
I
hour.
made that up completely off the cuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
There you
made
go,
that
folks.
up.
You got the wind.
I
You
just
got
wanted
the
to use the
weather.
metric system.
I always double check the weather anyway because it
Yeah.
changes all the time. So what it is right now is not what it's going to be.
Oh, the weather outside is weather. Okay, let's get into our guys. We each have our own category. We have the won't miss the cut in a million years, and I put that under 7,000. I'm putting some parameters on it. So I don't look like quite an idiot giving out. Somebody can't say, "Oh, why didn't you just pick Scheffler?" Yeah, well, that's no fun. We got the Seymour Putts Greensmaster. We've got Social Studies Course History Guy. That'll be Butch P. We've got the Clarence Carter Strokes Gained Guy. Last week occupied by Javi. This week, Dylon will be giving us that. So Seymour Putts, Greensmaster will be Tex. Won't miss the cut in a million years. That's me. So last week I gave you Svensson. That was an absolute disaster. So this week I'm giving you my double guarantee super stamp. Put it in permanent ink. Zheshang Dao under 7,000, 6,900 will not miss the cut in a million years. You can take it to the bank. Let's see if I can get off the schneid. Tex.
My Greensmaster is going to be
Seymour
Maverick
Putts.
McNeely.
Seymour
Seymour Putts, Greensmaster, Maverick McNeely. Highest strokes gained putting.
You mean
right
Martin
now in the
Neesmith?
PGA.
Matthew Neesmith.
Nope.
Isn't that who I got it confused with last week?
McNeely is the one.
I kept trying to make that Matthew Neesmith. Okay. Butch
Neesmith.
P.
Wait a minute, it's Neesmith. I'm just kidding. It's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Neesmith, stud. Butch P, Social Studies Course History Guy. You gave us Rahm last week. Tex gave us Adam Scott for his Seymour Putts guy. Butch P gave us Rahm last week. Social Studies Course History, Butch P.
Go duck yourself, Trobach.
I don't know who's that.
It's got
That
18
is-
holes.
That is going to be your
Brendan
boy Connors.
No, Brendan Todd.
Yeah, Brendan Todd. Woo!
Corey
Holy
Connors,
Lord.
huh?
Interview.
Corey Connors.
Very nice. Okay.
He may
Gotta
be
be
from
right.
Canada.
You'd be writing these down. All right. Dylon, the Clarence Carter strokes gained. This one got some pretty good reactions on the social media there. Clarence, because somebody wrote, stroke it to the left, stroke it to the right, or stroke it to the east, stroke it to the west. I was like, that person gets it.
Well, yeah. Okay. No, yeah. We won't do Clarence Carter. We're going to do Dwayne Carter Jr., a.k.a. Tunchi, a.k.a. Weezy F Baby, a.k.a. Lil Wayne.
What's the F stand for? What's the F stand for?
If you don't know it, then get the F around me.
Duck. Go duck yourself.
Yeah. All right. But
Duck emoji.
yeah, strokes, the
Duck,
Dwayne
yeah.
Carter Jr. strokes gained based on whatever the handicapper that I've been watching for the past couple of days is Mr. Tyrrell Hatton. Most strokes gained on approach and putting from 150 in.
Ooh.
Last 100 rounds.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of those shots this week. Something tells me.
General Hatton, the point of golf is not to lose the tournament. It's to make all the other guys lose theirs. Duck, yeah.
Wrong. It's to make the cut.
4-star General Hatton. There we go.
Okay. And last week, this was Matsuyama. So Scott, Rom, Matsuyama, we actually didn't do too bad there. Some idiot
What
said
about the guy that
Spencer.
won't miss the cut? Yeah.
Yeah. This week, not happening. Under 7K. I cannot stress that enough. This is under 7,000 for DraftKings.
But you were right though. He didn't miss the cut. He didn't miss the cut last week.
Who, Svensson?
No, Matsuyama. No, wait. Sorry, looking at the wrong one. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
No.
Svensson missed the cut. Svensson
I was looking
didn't
at
even,
I was looking at Matsuyama. But that was
Svensson was Ralphie after he shot his eyes out on Christmas Story. He didn't even know where the cut was.
Well, I've got bad news for myself then. No, I don't. Svensson, Canadian. He's Canadian. I didn't pick
There you go. Oh yeah. Yes. Okay. Now on to our next section. Our next section is where we go down the list. We've bracketed this into 4 categories. This section is called tier pressure. Okay. This is where we go 4 sections, 8,700 and above on DraftKings. That'll be the top players, 7,500 to 8,600. Your mid-tier guys, 7,000 to 7,400. Your kind of lower mid-tier guys, and then your 6,900 and below. Nice. Wow, that was 6,900 and below. That's bad wording on the document there. Those are the guys that are kind of in the dark.
Ron Burgundy.
Yeah.
Just read what it says.
What's the sad part is I wrote that in there myself. I didn't read it aloud. You need to proofread these things. Doesn't sound that bad until you say it out loud. 6,900 and below. I got to stop saying it.
Why does that sound bad?
It's 6,900 below. You just could go a lot of different ways there. All right.
It could fill your lineup up.
I think there's only a couple ways it can go.
Yeah. Let's talk some golf. I almost said something stupid there.
Yeah.
Okay. Last week we had Hovland. You're welcome. Thigala. Whoops. Keith Mitchell, not bad. And Neesmith. That was mine. Tex, you had from last week the Memorial. What was or is this your list for this week?
This is my list for this week.
Okay. And then Butch P last week you had Xander, pretty good pick. Matsuyama, pretty good pick last week. Davis, terrible. And then Shank. So not bad. Not bad last week, guys. Okay. This week, let's give Dylon the floor. Go ahead, sir. You're 8,700 and above guy.
General Hatton.
There you go. He's probably going to be playing a lot of him. Tyrrell
General Hatton.
80s. Go ahead. You already explained that why. He's already your Clarence Carter strokes gain guy. You're doubling down to say he's your guy from 8,700. So looks like you're putting a lot of eggs in that basket, my friend. Or does that make you nervous?
So after last week, I went real heavy on player exposure with Brendan Todd, and I realized that I should do that. So I'm going to split them. I'm going to probably do half my lineups with Hatton, and then the other half with good old Fitzy. So Matthew Fitzpatrick will be my other stallion.
He was hot. He was hot. Okay, I'll go next. I'm going from the 8,700 and above. Tommy Fleetwood. Short par fours. Favors the shorter hitters. Fairway Jesus. Give him to me. I'm playing him a lot. Butch P.
All right. It's going to be no surprise here.
John Rahm.
Dang.
Sam Burns.
You totally threw me off here. No,
of course, that's what we do.
But who I was going to
to
say was Rory McIlroy.
No. He's in shambles right now because of all this live stuff.
You're in
Total
shambles of the live
ADD
stuff.
distracted.
Brendel Shamblies over here. That's who Rory is. He's going to be
listening to your bad advice. Go.
Trust me, this guy will not miss the cut. Okay, Tex, who you
Rory
got?
in the corner.
Dude, he's going to be so mentally exhausted.
I've also got Rory.
No.
Nice.
Dude, I bet his ownership's going to be low.
I bet it's
Good.
not.
Because guess
You don't
what?
think so?
He's about to bounce back. Bounce back.
Or does he take this as motivation to be like, I'll show you I'm about to win every tournament? He is growing his hair back out. He's trying to get back to old Rory, which is ironically young Rory. That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Moving into the 7,500 to 8,600. Tex, who are you looking at here? Go ahead. Give us one. You got like 70 listed there.
Hang on. Now it's correct. But 7,500 to 8,600.
Yep.
I've got Hosgaard, Aberg, and Norman. I was trying to go with an all. This is my all Norwegian, not Norwegian, Scandinavian lineup, but I couldn't make that work because there wasn't enough of them. So I had to go South African and Northern Ireland as well.
That's what we're going to try to do. We're going to do in our Wodamaker challenge this week. We're doing the World Tour. We're doing the I don't know what you want to call it, World Cup of golf.
World Cup.
There you go. Butch P, who you got in this range?
I'm gonna say it's gonna be your boy. Oh man, he's out. What the deuce? When did that happen?
Bramlett.
Yeah.
Happened today.
Wow.
Dadgum.
Bramlett, Bobby.
All right, I'm gonna
Bobby.
scramble, and I'm gonna go with well, looky there, Brendan Todd staring you right in the face.
Do it.
No, don't do it.
Do it.
Don't do it.
But Harry Hall.
Harry Hall?
Bad
Who's
choice.
that?
Bad choice. That's a bad
What
choice.
do you mean,
That's
who is that?
Who's Harry Hall?
He's
How
an
many cuts?
Englishman.
How many cuts has he made?
Oh, I got you. Yes, Harry Hall, the dude with the swagger.
How many
soul
cuts have
patch.
you made?
How many cuts has he made? I just want to know.
13.
Out of how
Soul
many?
patch.
13
Out of how many?
out of 20.
12.
It's easy.
All right, Dylon, go ahead.
65%.
I want to throw it out. Both Harry Hall and Norman qualifiers. Norman actually qualified on Monday for the U.S. Open, so he's got 36.
So you're saying he's going to loaf?
No, I'm saying he's hot right now. He's real hot.
So you're saying his championship was Monday?
Who was yours, Dylon?
Was Monday? Wait a minute. Was Monday his Sunday?
Yeah.
Who'd you just say?
Yeah, maybe. Norman qualified on Monday.
Oh yeah.
That's what. Yeah, Easy said or Tex.
Very nice.
I'm on Hosgaard and Michael Kim.
Mike Kim.
Michael Kim.
There you go.
I like Michael Kim.
Yep.
Now that Bramlett's gone, jeez.
You know who I'm picking? Svensson. I'm going back to the well. No way he can let me down 2 weeks in a row. I've been playing him.
Hey,
I've been riding the hot guy for weeks.
He's on the
he's
list.
at 75%. That might be more.
He's on the list, but you know
might
us.
be more up on Texas.
He's not even the best
category
Canadian playing in the Canadian Open.
I'm putting my stamp on it. I'm doing it. Svensson. Okay.
Who would you put as the best Canadian?
Power ranking.
Cockerill and Eat Outfitters.
Love that. Shout out, but also very punny. Okay, I'm going next.
Wait, hold on. But before you say anything else that's real stupid,
that's all the time. I might as well shut up for the rest of the show.
Interesting fact here for you was deep diving here. You know the last time that a Canadian actually won the Canadian Open?
They haven't.
1978.
They're like the Vikings. They can't get it done.
12 or 13 more times, guys.
When was the last time? Wait a minute. When was the last time the Vikings won the Super Bowl?
We're talking about Canadians.
The last time Don
Exactly.
won a Wodamaker.
I'm trying to make it.
Last
Don
match
won a
up.
Wodamaker.
Does it match up with that same time frame?
1954. God, please.
That's pretty
1954 last time.
Price is right. I won.
Wow.
I said 1947.
So it's been since the 50s. So you're calling 70 years is too long. It's like the last time Canada won a Stanley Cup. Whoa, is this their Stanley Cup?
Oh, it is.
Might as well
Okay.
be.
It is. I think it is. For the
Wow.
golfers, it's a real big deal.
So which guy is going to be the Toronto Maple Leafs?
It's like saying the Players is the fifth major for the Canadians.
This is their
Canada Open. That's their fifth major for them.
Connors.
But aren't
Connors
there
is
only
the top.
like 11 or 12 Canadians even playing in it?
Connors
There's a bunch.
is the top.
I don't
There's
even
a
think
bunch.
they can get into their own tournament.
I'm
Dude,
picking Connors.
Connors,
they're too
Yeah,
nice.
he's
They're probably like,
Canadian.
hey, you get it. Go ahead, dude. You get it.
Hadwin's Canadian, Svensson's Canadian, Nick Taylor's
Cockrell.
Canadian.
Wait a minute, Fleetwood's from England?
Yeah, dude.
Yes.
I had no idea, dude. He looks like a.
He didn't know Rom was on the PGA. And he had no
he
idea
looked-
Fleet was from England.
Mackenzie Hughes is
Not
Canadian.
advice.
He looks like a guy you'd see on like that lives at Hilton Head.
All right, 7,000 to
for
7,400. I'm going first. It's Webb Simpson, baby. You're not going to put Webb Simpson that low and me not play him,
Oh,
especially
and
on a course like this.
And Wake Forest is hot right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Give me
Mhm.
that's
And
all the
Webb.
vibes I need.
Woo,
I bet you he's
Ooh.
wearing a
Really
Wake
easy.
Forest. I bet you he's wearing Wake Forest on Sunday or Thursday.
He needs to be just wearing it every day. I mean, I'm sure he has at least 4 Wake Forest shirts, probably.
All right. Tex, who's your 77,000 to 7,400?
He go over there.
Ooh, here he go.
Eric,
Mhm.
Here I go again on my own. There you go.
man, you're going down the only road you ever known. You're
Yeah,
like a white
drifter.
snake.
I was
Like a
drifter. I
drifter.
was born to walk alone. Butch P, who's your guy here?
I haven't made up my mind.
Dylon.
I ain't wasting no more time.
Here,
Carson Young.
I can reel outfitters.
Yes.
here
Carson
he
Young,
youngs
dude.
again.
Yes.
That's are going deep with Aaron Cockrell, baby. This is his turning.
There you go. Carson Young, I saw him down there. I'm like, what's the ownership on that guy going to be?
Hey, talking about somebody that was using his brain, they put Cockrell at $7,000 and not 6,900.
Ooh.
Again, not understanding the reference.
Okay, Butch P, who do you got here?
All right, where are we at now?
7,000,
$7,000.
7,000 to 74.
74. Let's go AA Ron. Badley.
Ooh, dude. Badelay's been playing some golf now.
Yeah. Badley, it said, was my guy that I got that's on the low. Top 10 in shots with wedges from 150 in.
I
just really hope that is the stat that works this week, because I am basing everything on that.
You know what stat's going to work? It's the guys that make the most putts for birdies and don't give them back.
Yep.
It's the guy with the most grit on the greens.
Yeah, but
at the end of the day,
go ahead.
At the end of the day, that 8-foot putt that you have to make for birdie counts just as much as the 315-yard drive that you could put down the middle of the fairway. So when you get up there and you got to finish a putt, these guys that miss these 2-footers that we continuously see week in and week out, and it's so irritating whenever you're trying to make the cut with your guy and you see an Adam Scott who did make the cut, but he also left a lot of strokes out there in an event that if he makes those putts, he finished tied 9 in the Memorial. You make some of those putts, who knows? You could have been in the playoffs. In that, so when it comes down to this RBC Canada Open, it's going to be those guys that finish those putts off and keep it going. So I'm going to look for this being, 18, 19, 20 under.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, the over under is probably going to be like 18 or something.
So you're saying that all the pressure is on Tex and his Seymour Putts guy.
Yep.
Yes.
Are you ready to
give it to him?
Are you ready?
Give it
Are
to
you
him.
ready to shoulder that load, Tex?
Give it to him. Yeah.
Look at
Maverick
those shoulders.
Neely.
It's a beautiful tank top. Who makes
Look
that?
at that shirt.
Oh.
That's Millie Go special right there. Get yours at
That looks familiar. Where'd you get that at?
RAEO.live. RAEO.live. We're going to be putting out some material, folks. I can promise you that. I'm going to have a little more time on my hands here coming up.
What are we doing
now?
now?
Well, we're in college baseball.
Got him.
We're in college baseball, and as soon as football gets here, we're going to be putting out some stuff. You wait till we get something cooking this week for the Super Regionals and the College World Series. Okay, let's move on to the 6,900 and not 6,900. Tex, can you lead us off? Why would you do this? Go ahead. Say it.
Bears.
What are you doing? He's my
MJ
one.
Defoe.
He's my guy. He's
MJ?
gonna come from. He's gonna rise from the depths.
Oh no, I see what you did there. You
and
made
then
a
wash it all
correlation.
down.
You made a correlation to Jimmy Butler, and you picked MJ. With your
Carolina Blue rhymes with Defoe.
Defoe.
There you go. So Defoe is Jimmy Butler this week. All right, Dylon.
I went with good old Smotherman, but truth be told, none of my lineups. I'm not playing a heavy enough top lineup that I don't want to have to get anybody below 7,000 if I can help it. So I'm trying to stay away. Too many dart throws.
Dude, you have to live in the 6,900 land. It's the greatest rush of all time.
So Smotherman.
I agree.
Smotherman.
Yeah, Smotherman.
You kiss your Smotherman with that mouth?
Just like I like my hash browns, baby, smothered and covered.
All right.
But unlike J-Vi, who's calling out, I will play him in a lineup.
I would kill to go to Waffle House with you guys.
Oh man. When we do the golf tournament, we're gonna have to do the Millie Goat Invitational. Waffle House will be on the menu. I had a Jeff Foxworthy there. Hey, did you guys see who you guys see that guy who ran over that squirrel? No, but Smotherman did. Wait, is that Jeff Foxworth? Yeah, close enough.
Oh.
Anyways, Zay.
That's worse than the dad joke.
Golly.
That's the first time you've heard a Jeff Foxworthy joke on a podcast. You better believe it, unless it's Jeff Foxworthy's podcast. I'm going with Zay. You heard it above. Guy can't miss the cut, won't miss the cut, won't let you down. Zaysheng Dow. Right? The Dow Invitational. Well endowed. Okay? He's not missing the cut. He's my guy. That's right. Curtains on the rest of the field.
He's filling the holes in your lineup.
Right. 69. Oh no. Okay, did we miss anybody? Butch B, who's your guy?
All right. So I'm gonna go with a guy that is hot right now, Sam Bennett. Just got his card.
Ooh.
Did
he
Sam
get his
Bennett play
card?
in this?
Yeah.
Didn't you play him last week, Dylon?
Check the tape.
Yeah, let me tell you how good. The past two round fours, he shot his worst round of his entire career.
Plus 12 last
so did
week,
Brendan
right?
Todd, by the way. Yeah. Brendan Todd shot his worst round of his entire season last week as well. But yeah, Sam Bennett, he gets me to Sunday even par, and I'm cashing. He crushed my lineup. The only one I had was 6 of 6.
I wonder if he's going to change his hat, Tex. Remember the hat you said was Fire Flames?
Mm-hmm.
He's going back. He needs to go back to his roots.
I think he does too.
All right, folks.
Wait a
So
second.
there's our DFS.
We didn't have the whammy wagon in our lineup.
Yeah, the Texas A&M
Texas
guy.
A&M missed.
I know. That's Sam Bennett.
Dang. Yeah. So he's the whammy. He's got to be the whammy wagon guy.
Dude, we'll make the shirt for him.
Baseball.
I'll change the
Huh?
outline from Champ Kind and put his face in the middle of that whammy wagon.
Exactly.
The Sammy wagon. The Sammy wagon. There we go.
The big salami.
Yes. Oh man. All right.
Got an eggs Benedict.
Anything else from this list or any other information we want to go over? I don't think so. I think we covered it all. We got your weather. We got your. We talked about grass and seedlings. We talked about who's not going to miss the cut. You can stamp it, bet the house on it. So a pretty good mixture of guys. Is pretty cool to see where we're all at. So, and then for our Wodamaker, we're going to do the World Cup. So we will. I'm going to be Team USA. So I'm picking all USA guys. Dylon, you are
Team Pan Asian.
Okay. Tex, you are Scandinavian and South African. Go ahead,
Yep.
Dylon.
And Northern Ireland.
We got to clarify.
Wait a second.
Guys like
He just throws Rory in there.
Yeah, I know.
Scandinavian.
But there could be an argument made
Oh, here we go.
that they are of Scandinavian descent. Could be.
So is your same argument with everybody from UK? So does that mean you get to take Fitzpatrick too?
No, I'm just saying.
And Fleetwood?
I'm just saying.
Well,
You could.
technically, at one point, the Vikings, yeah.
I'm going all
Completely.
England and Canada
There you go.
combined.
So Butch P is Canada and England. The red and white. I'm red, white, and blue.
But just to be
Texas.
clear, nobody else is Northern Ireland. Just
You
me.
can have them. I'm giving
you
them
can
to
have
you.
Shane Lowry. Isn't Shane Lowry Northern Ireland?
No, he's
No, he's-
Ireland.
I'm just saying nobody else is taking that.
So Dylon, what was yours?
Pan Asian.
Okay. And then J-Vi, we're going to assign him
Politically
one.
correct term.
What do we do for J-Vi?
He's going to be Chinese.
He gets
Taipei.
he gets the
Australia.
speaking countries.
Australia.
He gets the what speaking countries?
Australia and
Spanish speaking countries.
There you go. Australia and
Hispanic or
Spain.
Latino.
There you go. Okay.
What, there's
All right.
also what do they speak in Argentina? Spanish or Portuguese?
No, they speak Spanish because that's what
There you go.
Messi speaks.
Messi.
Yeah.
Messi's Spanish. Okay.
Argentina, Australia, and Spanish.
Brazil.
the
only-
is
the
only,
Portuguese, so Ronaldo.
Brazil speaks Portuguese. That's what Dylon just said. But yeah, in South America.
All right. Here we go.
Wait,
Let
hold
me say a
on.
word.
I got to clarify.
Do it.
Dylan Wu. What category would you put Dylan Wu in?
He's American. I mean, you see this.
Nah.
born in
If
America.
their last name is Kim or Wu, we're
Look
gonna-
on
we're
the
going-
DraftKings lineup. He has an American flag by his name. That's
Well, it's
America.
true.
Maybe immigrated.
I thought this was America.
What if his first citizenship was not American?
It says the American flag. These colors don't run. It's right there in red, white, and blue. You can look it up wherever you find your DraftKings lineup. Dylan Wu, American flag. Case closed. I'm not making the rules. That's just what it says beside his name.
Just what it says.
But it doesn't say he didn't come from
I mean,
Oriental country.
you can split hairs all you want.
What's his name?
I'm going with Dylan Wu.
No.
And then I'm going to say, just look at,
Tech.
Fine, I won't even-
You should just play all the Dylans.
You have to trade me. Make a trade.
Dylan Fratelli, Dylan Wu. Who else do I got?
All deal.
He was born in Medford. He's born in Medford, Oregon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
Which is basically the closest possible state that he could be to Japan.
What if he's Korean?
That's close to Korea too. It's on the other side. Again, closer.
you know what it's closer to? America, because that's where
Yeah,
Oregon
he's
is.
American, dude. He's American. We claim him. He's ours.
Stop it. Stop it. All right, here we go. Let's go into it. The how dare yous. Everybody shh. Okay, Butch P holding up his I guess his World Cup team. We're gonna do something like this every week for the Wodamaker from now on. We're gonna come up with some cool stuff. Okay, maybe one day we'll open it up to the public, see if you can beat the goats. I mean, I don't know if that'd be that hard, but it'd probably be a lot of fun. This segment brought to you by Real and Neat Outfitters. Promo code GOATS. Go to that website. Spend $60. Get free shipping, 10% off your order at checkout. At Real and Neat Outfitters, our passions are family, salty air and smiles, coastal flair, and Carolina roots make our designs as original as every lineup you make in DraftKings. So, and big news for RAEO, not only the Whammy Wagon shirt, but we are now available in one of the stores local closest to me. So that shirt is now available to the public in a retail store. So hopefully more to come. And hopefully the Millie Goat stuff will be in there soon. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get to the How Dare Yous.
How dare you? How dare you?
How dare me? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? You're gross.
How dare you?
Boom! The most electric drop in podcast history. Here we go. It is the How Dare Yous. Let's let Tex lead it off.
I'm going to how dare you the whole city of Cleveland. You got players getting robbed at gunpoint. You got jewelry getting stolen, cars getting stolen out of parking garages. How is the city letting this happen to the only big franchise that's there that even does anything? I mean, the Cleveland Guardians aren't even the team they used to be anymore. This is the one team that's true to their identity. The whole city of Cleveland loves the Browns, and this is how they treat their players. How dare you, city of Cleveland?
How dare you, city? Come on the show. Anybody from Cleveland?
We'll help you find your car. We'll help you find your car.
Right. Okay. Dylon.
Let's go with how dare you to any current PGA player that is going to talk trash about the LIV players getting to come back and taking the money.
So you're
I'm totally on the. There's not a single business that if they say you can work less and we're going to pay you a whole lot more, that you say, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Well, I guess there are some, but
that's the
hence that 2.1 billion reasons.
Careful,
not to.
That's the Dustin Johnson answer.
Every single sportscast that's interviewing everybody is wanting to get probably the most PC sport to just absolutely badmouth letting these guys come back in.
So, LIV. Go ahead, Butch.
It makes like DJ seem really down to earth guy too, to make that comment of moving on or why he chose. It's like, dude, yeah, you put it in that perspective. Absolutely, everybody's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about how dare the PGA for not letting the players know what's going on behind these closed doors that affects all of them?
Well, that's a good how dare you too.
Yeah, well, I was going to speak a little bit about that.
Well, go ahead.
But yeah,
go ahead.
I'm going to just say, hiding
say how dare
true
you
feelings from your guys that you
say how dare you.
Oh, this is like Jeopardy where you got to say the question.
No, either start or you got to either start or finish with it.
Or you can say it in the middle. You can say it wherever you want. I'm just reminding you.
How dare you? How dare me to how dare you during my how dare me you. So the PGA is in the how darence of you because you hid your guys from making a big life changing decision and kept the tradition, but then let the LIV guys come play the biggest events in the sport. So, yeah, how dare you?
Just totally cooked your how dare you right.
That was a powerful how dareance speech there.
But you're right. I mean, this is just
How
a
dare
weird
log there.
It's such a weird situation that they just basically just were like, these guys are like, they made these guys go, didn't make them, but allowed them to go up to the microphone and pour their heart out about how wrong everything is and how they stand by the golf. And then the minute they get like a check waved in front of them, they're like, oh yeah, sure. Oh, it's crazy, man. Okay. How dare you, Doritos? Walked into the store the other day. What do I see? How Doritos you. How Doritos you. Doritos. I see a disgusting display. Come on the show, Doritos. Of Doritos flavors that are mustard and ketchup. Don't do that to Doritos. Doritos are fine with Cool Ranch and spicy nacho. That is all you need. I don't need you to put condiments on my chips, right? Condiments go on a sandwich, not a chip. I don't ever want to see a mustard Dorito in my face. I don't ever want to see a ketchup Dorito in my face. How dare you, Doritos? Cancel those immediately. Otherwise, we'll start a petition.
I do like
how dare you
turkey and cheese sandwich with mustard and some Doritos crunched on top.
I was about to say exactly what you could do with the Doritos is people like chips on their sandwiches.
I bet
like
that's
myself.
what they're going for. I guarantee you that's what they're going for.
And instead of overdoing the mustard or ketchup
with your
on
hand
somebody.
motions.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, but yeah, I did not like that at all. So
yep. Well, AK, how dare you make me have to recall this sponsorship endorsement plug that I had sent to the CEO of Frito-Lay, because we're definitely not getting the Dorito sponsorship now.
I don't want those. If they cancel those flavors, we can get back on it. But I will not be a part of it. I will not do that as long as those flavors are out.
Dude,
I'm not going to boycott.
I like the idea of the mustard and ketchup.
No.
Just hey, put it on your hot dog.
No.
I know what they're
doing. I know what they're doing. 2 buns and put Doritos in the middle of it. Tangy ketchup.
That's a J-Vice sandwich right there.
It's ketchup only, but he also gets a Dorito in gift.
So there you go. How dare you? All right. Other relevant sports news. NHL, Vegas. Holy moly. This is an absolute massacre right now. Not what we thought.
Yes, it is.
No. I did not anticipate this. I thought Florida was going to be gritty, and they're getting out grittied right now. And I don't say anything about the Vikings, Dylon, or we're just going to bring up how many Super Bowls they have. Don't even think about it. I can see you turn your head slowly to the camera. No.
Bob Roski.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, he was hot. It's not his fault his guys aren't playing good in front of him.
Look.
And I also said, yes, I said Bobrovsky's hot, J-Vi tried to call me out on it. But I also said Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus were the same person. And I also said Svensson would make the cut. So consider your source.
We do.
I feel like he's just hiding behind all these anecdotes of times that he was wrong so that we will not bring them up every time he says something, just to justify that, I made some mistakes.
When you've been wrong as much as I have, you live in the wrong. That's what I do. But you just keep saying all these ridiculous things.
You make wrong people not wrong.
That's right. Nobody's wrong ever. Kachuk.
See my point.
Exactly.
See.
Got him.
Kachuk hit Jack Eichel like an absolute freight train. And then Jack Eichel after the game, they were like, "Was that a dirty hit?" He's like, "No, sometimes you get hit hard in hockey. That's how the game is." I'm like, you know what, Jack Eichel? I'm liking you more and more every game. Anything from that text, Dylon, Butch?
No, Vegas is the only team that's won by 3 goals or more for 2 games in a row. The only team that's won more is the Oilers in the 80s.
And Marcia So is an absolute. Marcia So is a freak show.
Did they win the cup in the 80s?
Yeah, they won like 3 in a row, 3 or 4.
Oh.
There you go.
That's Wayne Gretzky. That's Wayne Gretzky, Yari Curry, Mark Messier years.
Oh, yeah. The Moose. The original Moose before Daryl Johnson was even a Moose.
Yeah.
Before DJ was DJ.
Mm-hmm.
All right, NFL, 9 mandatory
He married
minicamps.
Wayne Gretzky's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Gretchen.
Yeah.
That's I know.
I wonder what Wayne Gretzky's going to. I wonder what Wayne Gretzky's going to say about this. Come on the show.
Mm-hmm.
9 mandatory minicamps. Niners, NFL. Dalvin Cook.
Quarterback controversy.
Not a quarterback controversy. We have a lot of quarterbacks, very good quarterbacks, best quarterbacks you've ever seen.
Debo's saying he had a terrible 2022. That's what he's saying. Direct quote. Put it on the board. Terrible 2022. Bouncing back.
I don't think there's a bigger rivalry right now going on in teams I want to see play more than the Eagles and the Niners. Those two teams have been going at it.
Cowboys and Niners.
No, that's not a rivalry. You have to win a game to consider a rivalry.
Oh, it's a rivalry.
Cowboys and Eagles.
No.
Hello.
No.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook. What's going on with that?
So Dalvin Cook cannot
Vikings
report to OTAs, and I don't think it's based on his choice. So the word on the street is he's going to Miami.
Oh,
but then it comes to go home.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. I'm just Miami doesn't need him.
Well, who they got? They got that little Mozart guy that came from whatever semi-pro team before. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where he ran for 270 yards, 4 tutties in the NFC Championship after they demolished the Vikings that season 2.
Yeah. And
continue.
They got rid of him, right? He's still there, right? He's valuable.
Continue.
Yeah.
Just wanted to mention that.
But yeah, so $10.4 million is owed to Dalvin. He's not worth $10.4 million, so they're trying right now, I guess, to get some type of trade out of him. But he's guaranteed $2 million. So if we release him, we free up $8.4 million in cap space. If we trade him, we can get something. But he cannot go to any type of OTA camp or anything, because if he gets hurt at practice, $10.4 million. Yep, completely guaranteed.
Wow.
But I mean, how? To me, I would be an owner, and I would see that and be like, yeah, you're probably not going to get much for him. It's kind of, what I'm saying.
I think
he's been injury prone.
I think they should sign Zeke. The Vikings.
Put him at center.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from what it sounds like, our good old Alfred Madison or whatever is going to be primarily a pass blocker. So Kevin O'Connell is wanting to turn us into the 2021 Rams, where pass 80% of the time.
Adrian Peterson hasn't retired yet, so bring him back.
Ooh.
There you go.
That would be good. I wouldn't have to buy a new jersey. Saving me money.
Right. Other news. This was
28.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Other news. Here we go. This was one of my favorite things I saw all week. This was Mark Andrews speaking about Lamar Jackson. I can't remember, a couple days ago. Quote, Mark Andrews, his balls are incredible, and he's putting the balls on the money. End quote. That's what Mark Andrews said about Lamar Jackson.
He throws a veteran ball.
All I could think about was the Saturday Night Live skit of sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls.
His balls are incredible. Dude, you can't start a sentence with that, Mark Andrews. Have some awareness.
He throws a veteran ball.
Well, not is he a veteran? How long has he been in the league?
1 year.
Okay, so that's NFL talk. I just thought that quote was so funny, and it didn't get enough recognition for how hilarious it was.
I feel like Mark Andrews played it.
Yeah, Mark Andrews is a stud. He could say whatever he wants to, but come on the show. NBA series tied 1-1. I didn't watch any of that game, so I just know it's tied 1-1. So, Major League. Anybody got anything to say about that?
Yep. Major League Baseball. DeGrom, $185 million, out for 12 months.
Ooh, Tommy John. He lost all of his power when he cut his hair off.
Yep, he did. Went to Samson route.
Yep. Who's Simeon?
Simeon. He's second baseman for the Rangers. Hit streak now to 25 games.
That's awesome.
We've
I'll be rooting for that.
We've also hit 40 wins on the season. First time in a long time this early. And I was looking last year, only won 60 some games. So
wow.
92.3% chance to make the postseason this year. It's been since 2015.
Now it's time to ask the question: have they peaked too soon?
No. We're doing all at our best.
I don't know. A lot of games left. Okay. Other news: the whammy wagon. Sadly, it's over. We were hoping to ride that whammy wagon with Texas A&M, even though I don't think they wanted us on it. We were on it with them, but we should have known that when we hitch our wagon to a college team in the playoffs, usually does not go well for said college team. So you could still get the shirt at Real Neat Outfitters.
We did win the championship with South Dakota State.
We did. Yes, we did. So in championships, we're 1-0.
Jackrabbits for life.
Yep. So for
Lead
championships,
blue and gold.
And I just want to say, Duke baseball, that to get to the super regionals, that was the most pathetic excuse for a dog pile I've ever seen. Nobody was dog piling. They were like they went dog on their back, like rolling around pile.
Yeah, they did wiener dog pile. Everybody had to jump off real soft so they don't hurt their backs.
They did the dog where the dog walks up to you and starts wagging its tail and then turns its butt to you and its head at the same time.
And
then
question mark.
Rolls over on its side.
They did. Look, listen, they did the downward dog pile.
Oh, no.
All of them.
Oh.
Everybody just.
If you ever saw yoga, they all came together and did downward dog.
Dude, it was so sad.
Pile.
They were all afraid to jump on anybody, so they just kind of went there and like just fell on each other. It was weird. All right, and then I had this little note. I'm hoping.
Congratulations
to who?
To the 3 Chai team, Richard Childress Racing.
There you go.
For winning this past weekend.
3 Chi.
The 3 Chi.
Mm-hmm.
The Kyle Kush.
Mm-hmm.
Should they Kyle Kush? They should name it Richard Childress. Richard Chi.
Chi.
Yeah, dude. Why is Austin Dillon not the 3 Chi guy?
Right.
Because
he's driving number 3.
That's what I'm saying.
Dilling it out, baby. Dilling out the 3 Chi.
That's what I'm saying. Kyle Kush. That's good.
Kyle Kush.
That was great. Okay, and then one little factoid here. I'm hoping Dylon or Tex can help me out here. I heard today that from somebody that if you shave your body, like your legs and your arms, that jellyfish cannot sting you. So if your skin is smooth, the jellyfish won't be able to sting you.
I don't think that's true.
No,
I don't think that's true.
Yeah, I'm not going to try.
My rebuttal to this person was like, why wouldn't you just rub your body in peanut butter? Because every time you try to make a peanut butter and jelly, the jelly slides all over on the top piece of bread. It slides all over the place.
Did they understand the joke you were trying to make, or did it mind bottle them?
I didn't really quite understand the joke I was trying to make, so I just saw jelly and went peanut butter. Okay. Nothing on the Intersquad Dad-Kings Jamboree results because we'll start that this week. So Butch P still in first. We're going to do the World Cup of golf. And we've listed out our teams, which Tex is all over the world, apparently.
No, I made him his lineup.
There you go.
He's
I've already done it.
Did you?
It's up there.
It's
You
already
guys can
done.
see it. It's already
done.
done. You guys can see
Nice.
it. That's it.
And that is episode 35, ladies and gentlemen. Recommend our show to a friend or your family or whoever. And follow us on YouTube, Rumble, The Millie Goats, Twitter @MillieGoats, Instagram @TheMillieGoats, our website and blog, themilliegoats.godaddysites.com. Our apparel is at www.raeo.live. You can find the Whammy Wagon shirt, other funny sports shirts, other fishing apparel and outdoors apparel, things like that. And then subscribe to the show, rate our show, leave us a review. We would do that for you. Damn it. I did it. I made it to the show and I rhymed at the very end. Idiot. Thank you, Dylon. Glad to have you back.
Enjoyed it.
Now, let's go win a Canadian Open for Canada.
Millie, 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 Millie.
I made
Millie.
11 lineups. I've got 11 lineups.
And until we will see you Sunday night live for a recap of the Canadian Open. Anything else?
Mm-mm.
See you someday.